and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're bringing you an absolute masterclass on the exact strategies a top YT niche expert is using to build highly profitable, completely faceless channels in 2026. We've synthesized all their latest insights, basically breaking down the exact blueprints that are actively working out there right now. So, if you want to understand the architecture of a modern cash-flowing YouTube business without ever having to get in front of a camera, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. The niche paradox. 2. The monetization minefield. 3. Profitable long-form niches. 4. High-performing shorts niches. And 5. The winning 2026 formula.
All right, part 1. The niche paradox.
You know, the way most beginners view YouTube is, well, fundamentally flawed. So I want to start by asking you a really direct question. Do more views actually equal more money? Because everyone kind of chases those viral dopamine hits, right? Assuming that millions of eyeballs just automatically mean instant cash. But honestly, this is one of the biggest traps on the entire platform.
And here's the visual proof of that. On one side, you've got highly viral entertainment content, but it's operating with a really low CPM. That means the amount advertisers are actually paying per 1,000 views is tiny. You might literally need 500,000 views just to make $1,000. But on the other side, targeted, low-view content with a high CPM. A top YT niche expert has proven time and again that a video solving a highly specific problem with just 20,000 views can absolutely out-earn a generic video with 1 million views. Simply put, views don't dictate revenue. Audience value does.
Actually, listen to this insight from a top YT niche expert because it really hit the nail on the head. They said, the niches with the least amount of competition are usually the hardest to succeed in. Now, beginners always look for those untapped niches, right? The ones with zero competition. But the experts, they know that zero competition usually just means zero demand. If a niche has other channels pulling in 50,000 or 500,000 views, that is a fantastic signal. It proves there's an existing, hungry audience out there. Your job isn't to invent a brand new audience. It's just to make better content for one that's already sitting there waiting.
So how do you actually go about picking your niche? Well, the experts lay out 3 absolute non-negotiable criteria. First up, high CPM. Advertisers have to be willing to spend money there. Second, it absolutely must solve a burning problem. Desperation drives action, and action, well, that drives revenue. And third, evergreen content. You don't want to chase trending news that's going to die in a week. You want to create a video once, optimize it, and have it pay you passively for years to come.
Okay, moving on to part 2, the monetization minefield.
Look, you've got to be careful out there because YouTube is actively terminating huge channels for falling into these specific traps. Take kids' content. Sure, it might get views, but strict COPPA compliance limits ads, which absolutely tanks your CPM. Then there's fake true crime, where AI generates scary stories presented as real events. Those are getting slapped with heavy misinformation bans. How about AI movie trailers using real studio names or actor likenesses? Yeah, those are drawing major copyright lawsuits. And those massive, completely unoriginal TikTok compilation channels, most of them are getting entirely demonetized for fair use violations. The AI moderation on YouTube is cracking down really hard to protect their advertisers.
And seriously, pay close attention to this warning. Avoid get-rich-quick claims at all costs. One top YT niche expert shared this terrifying anecdote about nearly losing a massive channel simply because titles like "Make $100 a day online" triggered YouTube's AI moderation. Keep in mind, this wasn't a human sitting there reviewing the videos for context. It was just an AI looking for patterns of deception. Huge channels, some literally making over $1 million a year, have been wiped out overnight simply because their thumbnails triggered these automated patterns. Crazy, right?
Let's shift gears to part 3, profitable long-form niches. $19,167. Now that is not a yearly salary for a small channel. That number represents the earnings from just one single video in the nostalgia niche. Specifically, it was a video about vintage car innovations. It cost about $100 to outsource and produce, and it yielded nearly 20 grand in return. I mean, that is the raw power of finding the right long-form gold mine.
So here are the specific expert-backed long-form niches you really should be looking at right now. Personal finance is huge, but sub-niche down, like finance specifically for people in their 50s. Then there's what the experts call the monkey business, where creators use animated characters to explain complex economics. We've also got nostalgia and vintage, travel and cruise hacks, and geography documentaries. Just to put that into perspective for you, there's a geography channel called MapPack that is estimated to be making up to $68,000 a month in ad revenue alone. And they do that simply by making high-quality, heavily researched videos about maps and borders.
And here is exactly why nostalgia pays so incredibly well. Just look at the demographic breakdown for this vintage vehicles audience. 46% of them are over the age of 65. That is a highly valuable demographic with a lot of disposable income. Advertisers know this, which is exactly why they pay massive CPMs to get in front of them. When you target the right age group, every single view becomes exponentially more valuable.
All right, part 4, high-performing shorts niches.
31 cents. Now, in the wild world of YouTube Shorts, where views are handed out by the millions, and RPM, that's revenue per mil or per thousand views, of 31 cents is absolutely sky high. One YT niche expert revealed that this exact RPM on a single Shorts commentary video resulted in a nearly $2,500 payout. And honestly, the best part? That video took only about 30 minutes to make.
So, what Shorts formats are actually commanding these kinds of numbers? Well, the top performers actively pulling hundreds of millions of views right now include things like biker and body cam footage with really intense editing. Then we have ranking videos, think ranking the funniest trampoline fails, stuff like that. Meme stories are huge too, where you compile memes but read them with your own authentic voice. There's the classic commentary format, where you pause and analyze viral clips. And finally, AI skeleton videos, which use advanced tools to generate visually stunning background footage for narrated strips.
But how do you actually build this into a system that works? Well, the experts keep their production incredibly lean. Here is the workflow. Step 1. Source clips that are already viral from places like TikTok. Step 2. Run those clips through AI tools like Viblo.ai to automatically remove any watermarks and format the video. Step 3. And listen, this is absolutely crucial for monetization. You have to add transformative elements. That means custom voiceovers, dynamic captions, and visual effects in a tool like CapCut. You literally must fundamentally change the raw material to create an original, highly engaging piece of content, or YouTube won't pay you.
Finally, let's wrap up with part 5, the winning 2026 formula. So, what does this all mean for you? The ultimate strategy for sustainable success on YouTube in 2026 really relies on this precise intersection. You need a proven audience, meaning there's already search demand out there, and competitive validation. You also need clear monetization beyond just standard YouTube AdSense. Think affiliate marketing, sponsorships, or maybe selling into digital communities. And above all else, you must solve a highly specific problem. By sub-niching down, you stop playing that super stressful game of chasing random viral dopamine hits, and you actually start building a real, targeted, predictable business.
Which brings us to our final thought. The technology to create these faceless channels is definitely more accessible than ever before. But it's the strategy that's going to set you apart. Look at this question. What burning problem will your channel solve? Are you going to help someone in their 50s manage their finances? Are you going to satisfy someone's deep nostalgia for the 1970s? Find the specific problem, leverage the AI workflows we've talked about today, and the views, and for sure the revenue, will absolutely follow. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and we'll see you next time.